Long as I got my Virgin Mary on the dashboard and on.
That's the hymn of song?
No, that's the song that he sang with his mom.
Oh.
He was sad.
I want to go in fresh.
All right.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. That's the part I was trying to play right now. That's
Fail.
the part, not the whole song, just that part. When I was playing. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for playing that.
That sounded like you were playing Redemption song, though.
No, I was trying to play this one like the beginning of the movie, but I don't have it.
I don't know that song very well.
Do, 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 do. Oh my God. Hey, I tell you something real quick, bro.
No.
When I had this fucking, I used to have this sex, this health book, right? Sex education, and then part of it was about drugs and addiction, and there was one on sex education and masturbation, and the picture of masturbation was this girl by her pool with her hand in her crotch, and she's staring at a picture of Paul Newman.
It was like old from the 60s or something.
Yeah. And I'm like, Paul Newman? Nobody. Nobody. That was
And what are we doing today, babe? On Do You Even Binge? Welcome. Godfather.
The Godfather.
Godfather Trilogy. We're going to try and get this. It is 11 o'clock right now. We're going to try and get
Do
this.
You Even Binge?
in
We
an
have
hour.
the Godfather series. There is Fredo. He is weak. But we got Sonny with a big dick. Then there's Michael. He's feeble and quiet like Vito Corleone when he was little. One thing about the Godfather, man, before we even started that, man.
You didn't do Connie.
Then there's Connie.
She doesn't count. Who's a girl and doesn't count because the girls don't count in this movie.
Yeah,
Any
man.
of these movies. Go ahead.
The mom was those 2 lines, huh?
Yeah, but in the extended version, which we'll talk about later, she does have more lines. But
Cut her lines.
the deleted scenes.
She already said too much. The Godfather said.
Yeah, that was in Marlon Brando's contract, probably. No. Let me point out some facts before we get into the breakdowns.
Facts.
Right? Some facts instead of our little weekly Today in History or whatever. So the Godfather novel, written by Mario Puzo, right?
Yes.
He only wrote it because he was broke. And Francis Ford Coppola only ended up directing this movie because his production company, Zoetrope, that he had with George Lucas, was broke. So you got 2 broke dudes putting together this movie. But
So they said, "They just sell out our people and make this movie."
exactly, that's what a lot of people felt like. Both of them sold out, but mostly Mario Puzo, who was writing more artistic, artsy-fartsy books, I guess, and they weren't getting much commercial success. So he wrote Godfather, and he was urged to do that through his publisher, who had heard him telling stories about the mafia, although he knew nobody in the mafia, and he only knew a little bit about sort of organized crime through his experience gambling because he loved to gamble. So that's what made him in debt too. He was at that time $20,000 in debt, which was about $175,000 in today's money, right?
Yeah.
So he had a lot of debt on his hands. He had kids and a wife, and so he decided to make to write this book. He wrote the book, gets a $5,000 advance, and what do you do when you're broke and you get a little bit of money? You go on vacation. So he goes to Europe with his family. This guy doesn't know how to manage money, obviously.
Mario
So,
Puzo?
yes. So he's broke. He gets an advance. He's broke for down $20,000. He gets an advance of $5,000, and then goes to Europe with his family on a vacation. What? Like, who does that? He doesn't pay down any of his debt. So then he comes back more in debt. But it paid off. His gamble paid off ultimately because the publisher had sold the rights while he was gone to the paperback, giving him $400,000, which is about, in today's money, what was that? Like 3.5 million in today's money. That went on to the bestseller list. It stayed on the list for 67 weeks, and then he optioned it as a screenplay, of course. And that was for Godfather, and then he wrote the sequels with Coppola afterward. But Francis Ford Coppola only directed the Godfather movie because he was broke. Their production company was broke that he had with George Lucas. And he said, and all these other directors had turned it down. Otto Preminger, Sergio Leone, Arthur Penn, Peter Bogdanovich, they all turned it down. And it was offered to Coppola. He says it was offered to him by Robert Evans, because he was Italian. And he thought, well, if they get a lot of backlash for this, then it'll just come down on me, the blame. And it did, but also they wanted him to do it because the script wasn't very good yet, and Coppola had just won an Oscar for writing Patton, I believe. And
Patton.
I
remember I saw that movie on television, and just once he stood in front of the American flag talking, and I said, "Man, change the channel." I thought I was a little kid. Like, I want to see a war movie. Get to the war.
Yeah, it was.
Get to the war.
It was. There wasn't much action in that movie.
Yapping, man, and like
it was a lot of yapping.
Like, that's why, like, Rambo, man, is better. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so they figured he could rewrite it, and so he agreed to do it because they needed money. And then there was backlash from the Italian American Civil Rights League. They were worried that it was going to have negative stereotypes for Italian Americans as all being connected to the mafia or whatever.
When I saw The Godfather on television the very first time, it did have the little disclaimer in the beginning that said, "Not to this. We're not here to make fun of anybody."
Disparage, yeah.
And there was an actual guy who got killed for speaking out against it. Not because he got killed for speaking out against it, because he was a known mafia guy, Joe Colombo, or Frank Colombo.
Yeah,
Frank Colombo. He was one of the five families already, and he was what Joey Zaza is based on. His character is based on that guy.
Who's Joey Zaza again?
Joey Zaza is in Godfather 3.
Oh, 3, right.
It's what's his name?
Joe Colombo. Okay, Joe Colombo. Sorry.
Yeah, so he spoke out against it. He got shot at a rally.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's over there saying now they're making fun of us, but you're over there doing a bunch of racketeering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was backlash, and so they agreed to take out all the references to the mafia in the script. And that made them happy, I guess. But the word mafia was never in the script in the first place. And they just referred to things as the family and all that stuff.
Corleone family.
Yeah. So they were satisfied anyway, and they were happy there was a successful movie starring Italian Americans, made by Italian Americans. That was the first time that had been done. So, because it was unlike, all the movies that had Italians in it. It was different. These were Italian Americans. Just like you always talk about with, like, there's lots of movies with Mexicans, but not a lot with Mexican American actors. Like, they'll bring Mexican actors here to be in movies, but they won't use a lot of Chicano actors, Mexican American actors. They only get relegated to small parts or, thug roles or whatever.
That's why Blood In, Blood Out is loved around all over the world.
It's the only depiction, really.
And people quote it in Amsterdam. Chonch.
Yeah. So, Godfather 1 made more money than any film that year, won Best Picture. The sequel, Godfather 2, won 6 Oscars, including Best Picture. That was the first time a sequel ever had won an Oscar. I think that's all my points before we start. But you want to talk about the overall premise of Godfather? How do you see the overall, like, I have it written down here, but the way I see it. But
The Godfather 1 is basically an immigrant story.
I thought 2 was more the immigrant story.
Yeah.
1 is the successful immigrant now, like here now already.
The Godfather 1 was like the first movie that introduced me to Chinese food. Like I've never seen Chinese food before. So I saw.
You never
Or I never
saw?
seen Chinese food to go.
Oh yeah, eating them out of the
I never
containers.
seen Chinese food to go in
I
my life.
love when
We
people
love
eat out of
eating.
their Chinese food out of their
And
containers.
I saw, man, and then I didn't know that that Italian neighborhoods was real close to the Chinese neighborhood.
Yeah, it's the next block over in New York City.
Yeah, and I love that scene. Well, the movie, I love the whole movie, but I just love every time there's food in the movie. Like when Clemenza is teaching Michael how to cook that spaghetti, he puts a little bit of wine, a little bit of sugar, like Becky Hill, and then he puts the big beef at the end. He didn't even chop it up. He put big chunks of beef in there, like with bones. Then he gets a little bit of bread, and the next thing he's teaching him how to shoot a gun.
The overall premise of Godfather, the first Godfather, is that the head of the powerful crime family in New York, Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, and the young version, played by Robert De Niro, is in poor health, and he's looking at his family to see who might eventually take over. Sorry, De Niro's not in the first one. I shouldn't have put that up there. But he's looking at his family to see who might eventually take over the family business. He's a really loyal man, family man, 4 kids. Never cheats on his wife like you. He's like the anti-crime boss that you think like of today, like Tony Soprano. He's the antithesis of Tony Soprano, basically. But he immigrated to the U.S. at the turn of the century as a young boy by himself after fleeing assassins in Sicily who killed his mother. Why did they kill his father? They killed his father first, right? That we don't see in the opening scene.
It was out of a disrespect for the town chieftain.
The dad did that.
Yeah.
And then they killed his dad.
Yeah.
And then his mom and walking with him. Are they leaving town?
No, they're going to the funeral.
Oh, they're going to the that's right. Everybody's in black and everything. Yeah. So they're going to the funeral in the beginning of his father. Then the mom, the assassins are there or something, right?
Yeah, they're there to see if the
At
other
the
son
funeral.
shows up.
Yeah.
And they kill Paulo. Because he vowed to revenge.
Yeah. And then so young Vito is the only one left, and his family's mom gets shot in the stomach in the opening scene, and then he comes to America by himself, and
This is the funny part that I laugh now and makes a lot of sense from watching Family Guy. Is that like his son is wanted for murder, and there's people that want to kill him in New York. So his father decides him to the place where all the killers are at, Sicily.
oh yeah, you're going way ahead.
No, like in Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Godfather.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about the Family Guy episode where Peter
He
says,
goes to Ireland and they all hate him over there.
No.
Which one?
In the Italian one.
I don't know that one.
Well, it's the one where Peter's like pretending to be like the Godfather.
I don't know.
You've seen it.
I don't remember it, is what I said.
And then you speak to your mother with that voice. Anyway, so Peter tells Chris, you can't stay here. We're too dangerous. We're gonna send you to a place where it's more dangerous, Sicily. So
he sends Chris to Sicily.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that one. I mean, I may have seen that. I don't remember. Is what I'm saying.
Show a clip.
I don't need a clip.
All right, let's go.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
We can find it.
No. You kiss your mom with that. No, he goes, you kiss your mother with that fucking.
Oh my God. That's Muttley, yeah.
Shalom, everyone.
Okay, we can end it. Yeah. So what were you saying about the Godfather or Family Guy helped you understand what? Oh,
How ridiculous it
how
was for
ridiculous it was.
Don
Yeah.
for it wasn't Don Corleone, but it was. That's right. Don Corleone would have never sent him to Italy. It was a decision by
Yeah, it was the other
by
people.
Sonny
Yeah.
and Mike Tom Hagen.
Yeah, because Sonny's kind of assuming the role there before he
Yeah.
leaves of the dad of the Don. Yeah, so young Vito. Sorry, we'll go back to young Vito immigrating to Ellis Island. He takes on the name of his hometown Corleone as his last name. And then Godfather 1 really establishes who all the family members are, what their relationships are with each other. And the family struggle to protect Vito from the other mob families who are trying to take him down. There's Sonny. You mentioned Sonny in the song, right? He's the hothead fighting everybody. He's played by James Caan, who's actually not Italian. He's Jewish.
He's a Gugino.
He's a Eugene, as Howard Stern would say, a Jewish guy pretending to be Italian. Fredo, the idiot, played by John Casale, right? Casale,
Yeah.
who's also in Deer Hunter with De Niro. Michael, the college boy, played by Al Pacino. And Connie, the what? What would you call Connie?
Karen.
She's a Karen.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's Karen already. Mom, Diane Keaton.
No, Kay is Diane Keaton.
Connie just a little sister.
I know, but how would you describe her character as in the family? What's her role in the family? Like she's nothing for, just like the mom and the sister. The sisters are treated like nobodies.
Yeah.
Either, but she does have some change later in her life. But pretty much she's a desperate housewife who is, sad and lonely and has a cheating husband and is being abused by him and all this stuff. And she's just...
Well, she's being abused by him because that guy has, Carlo has, he has, I don't know how you say it. When you want something, you can't grab it. Mm-hmm. Like he wants to be part of the family.
Yeah.
Because Carlo thought by marrying Connie, he thought he was going to be part of the Corleone family and move up in the mafia world.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So he's very bitter about that. So
he takes it out.
He takes it out on her because he didn't get to be what he wanted to be, and
she just takes it because she's in the 50s, so a woman in the 50s, and you don't have many choices then. And also, she's used to being taken care of, by her family, like just given money and go shopping and do whatever.
Yeah, back then women got a black guy and the cop show up and they tell the cop it was my fault.
I walked into a door, or I talked too much. I burned the dinner. I
asked for a Mr. Coffee.
I asked for a Mr. Coffee. What was that in?
I don't know.
Well, wait, we just started watching something with that in it. The coffee lady. You know what I'm saying? The housewife. Oh, it was Government Cheese. It was Government Cheese where she's kind of having her own episode.
Oh, yeah. Did we finish that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
But that was just one episode of her kind of seeing the housewife role of the 60s back then.
Hilarious.
Anyway, and then she keeps seeing the coffee lady from the coffee commercial. Okay. Back to this. So it starts with his daughter Connie's wedding, and I guess on the day of a mob boss's daughter's wedding, you get to ask for anything you want, right? And you get it. He does favors for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You come here the day of my daughter's wedding. You come here the day of my daughter quinceañera.
So Michael, the youngest son, played by Al Pacino, is at the wedding with his white girlfriend, WASP girlfriend, Kay, played by Diane Keaton. And he's recently come back. He's a Marine now, and he's come back from World War II, right? He's a hero. And he doesn't want anything to do with the family business. Everybody else is trying to get into the family business and stay connected to their dad and everything. But he's trying to push himself away, and I think that's why he's got a white girlfriend, for one. He went to the military to show like he's super patriotic and American, kind of pulling him away from his Italian roots, kind of. That's what I see in Michael, is at first he seems to be going down a path that's removing him from his Italian roots. And maybe wanting to disassociate from the crime family because it's got that bad image.
Also, Michael, probably we don't see too much of what he saw when he was probably like 2 years old or 1. but they
from
make
his
a
own dad. Yeah.
from his own dad because but they do make a reference to it when they're making the spaghetti sauce. He goes, Mike Clemenza is telling him, every once in a while we have to go to war. Every 10 years we have to go to war to get rid of old bad blood. Oh, the last one was crazy, man. That's where Sonny earned his bones. So that means that Sonny was killing motherfuckers at the last one when he was probably a teenager.
Yeah.
And Michael must have heard bullets or heard like all that crazy shit, and he realized he don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't want anything to do with that. But so Michael is the least interested in taking it over, but he's the most like his dad, most like Vito. And they always say that when they find out that he's going into the Marines, they say, well, that's very upsetting to your father. Like, he had plans for you, which he probably wanted him to either take over like him and start legitimizing the business, which is what he ends up doing later in life anyway, or being some sort of conciliary like Tom, maybe.
His dad never wanted Michael to be part of the business.
Not at all?
Not at all.
So what were the plans that Tom Hagen
The plan for Michael was to go to school, get your law degree, and become a U.S. senator.
Oh, a senator. Oh, okay.
Because his dad said that you could take more money with a pencil than you could do with a gun.
Yeah.
He wanted him to be a senator. That's why at that scene when his dad's like really sick with his bandages.
Mm-hmm. After
Michael,
he gets shot?
Yeah, Michael, I never wanted this for you. I always wanted you to be better than I wanted you to be like a U.S. senator, president, something greater than this. There wasn't enough time. And then Michael goes, we'll get there, Dad. We'll get there, Dad. That's why Michael's goal the whole time was to make the family legitimate.
Yeah, and then in the end, in the third one, is he considering running for office?
Michael?
Yeah, because he seems to be two things. He seems to be
Part
having
two?
three. Well, we'll talk about that later,
Yeah.
but let's come back to that point when we get to three. But anyway, yeah. So he's what ultimately does thrust him into the family business is realizing that the rest of his family are pretty much incapable of handling things while his father's sick, and helping protect his father from being attacked by the other 5 mafia families. Show the clip of Fredo. And this will show you how incompetent Fredo is. Without buying oranges. Did nothing. Okay, we can pause it.
That reminds me of my friend BB or somebody, I don't know who it was. His mom got run over. And that fool started calling for help. He just lay there crying next to her.
Don't hurt him for that. You shouldn't talk shit about him for that. How old was he?
I don't know, man. I don't know if it was
He's
him
a
or another
kid.
little kid, but they were making fun of him later on.
Oh, that's not
You
nice.
were crying right there, bro. Your mom got run over.
What is he supposed to do as a kid?
Like Fredo. He's supposed to throw rocks at that car, beat up the driver.
One thing also you notice is the oranges in that scene, because he's buying fruit, right? And the oranges are a recurring thing throughout all of the Godfathers. And in that scene, Coppola has said that he used oranges to kind of dress up the scene because everything was so drab and gray and all that in those old scenes. But he uses it in other scenes where it's not drab and gray and all that. But it always seems to precede. You see an orange before you see some sort of bad thing happen, a murder of one of the family members or something major. And in that scene, when he gets shot, he topples, the orange cart gets knocked over, and then all the oranges are like his bloodletting, right? The oranges spilling out is like his blood spilling out. And it is symbolic. It's not just because to dress up the scene, I don't think. What do you think?
Also in the Godfather 2. No, it's not.
Okay.
I thought it was another orange somewhere.
There are oranges throughout all of them, but yeah. there's before other people's scenes, and we might see him in some of the clips we're going to show here too. But
Oh, fucking Johnny Ola, that piece of shit, Uncle Junior.
yes,
When he fucking when he shows up to see Michael at the house before they shoot up the house, he goes, "Michael, I brought you a lucky orange, man, from Florida."
yeah,
To set.
yeah. So Michael goes. Let's see. So after his dad's assassination attempt, Michael starts.
Oh yeah, the Godfather when he makes that little face in his mouth, going.
Yeah, when he's about to die, he
Yeah,
has a heart
with
attack there.
oranges.
Yeah, he has oranges in his mouth.
In his mouth.
But yeah, there's a lot of orange. There's 22 scenes with oranges actually
And no
in the
Mexicans there
Godfathers.
to pick them.
No, I didn't see any Mexicans. There's some Cubans in there, supposedly, maybe.
Some good ass cake too.
And
in
then there's
Godfather
a.
too.
Is Andy Garcia Cuban and Mexican, or just Cuban?
He's just Cuban.
Just Cuban. Okay, he's in the third
That's
one.
in the
but-
Godfather when he's in a train.
Yeah. So anyway, so Michael retaliates or helps retaliate for his father's assassination attempt, and he ends up killing the police captain. They hide the gun in the bathroom for Michael before he gets there, so because he knows they're going to search him. So he goes and finds they have an old-fashioned toilet. You know, when the Cosby Show started, they had a toilet just like that in their bathroom.
With sleeping pills.
So then Michael, who's never done this before in his life, is
He was in the army. He shot people.
wait, not like this though, not for the business or anything like this.
Oh, yeah,
A
not
close
to murder
situation.
people.
Yeah, he's shot in the act of war, but and he's just fuming here. That guy's talking to him in Italian. What's he saying to him again?
Let's make this deal.
And he can't take it anymore. Look at the people in the back, though. They don't even react like, oh my God, not right away.
Just like Clemenza said.
And then they wait until, oh, I guess we should go. Like the slowest reaction. All right, so Michael then goes off to Sicily for protection. Yeah, like you said, his brother makes the decision, and Tom Hagen, the kind of adopted brother who's Irish, but he's their family lawyer, helps guide them throughout all their bad business and their legitimate business later in life. So he goes to Sicily. Fredo goes off to Vegas and is being protected by Mo Green, who's a Jewish mobster played by an Italian actor, Alex Rocco. He's in Vegas and starting his own stuff. While Michael is in Sicily, he gets he meets a young girl, and I mean young, Apollonia.
That guy right there, he's supposed to be based on Bugsy Siegel.
Yeah, Mo Green, Bugsy Siegel. And the other one, Hyman Roth, his friend, is Meyer
Meyer
Lansky. Yeah. So while in Sicily, Michael meets a very young girl. I think she's 16, right? 15 or 16. And then for him, it's love at first sight. Oh, what? You wanna say
Also,
something?
the Godfather, Corleone, is loosely based supposedly on the Bonanno family.
Bonanno, yeah. Go ahead.
Because there's also a book based on the
Yeah.
Bonanno family. It's called Honor Thy Father.
Was there ever a movie made of them? Besides Godfather, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. It wasn't great.
But so it's love at first sight for him when he sees Apollonia. And this trip to Sicily is really, and his connection with her is really his reconnection with his family past and reconnecting with his Italian roots. Draws him closer to his Italian roots being there. We see Michael becoming more Italian while he's there, speaking Italian full time and all that. They get married. If you want to show the wedding scene.
Very old fashioned, man. That family, like on their first date, the aunt and the mom shadowed behind the.
Yeah.
I remember the one time I went out with the girl, and it was very old fashioned. Like the mom and the dad went too. The mom and the aunt shadowed us. It was
Chaperone.
weird, when we got back to my studio, we were having sex, and they were just there knitting, crocheting, watching us. I looked over. Did your mom want some of this? Notice their shotguns. That's a shotgun that was very popular in World War One during these times. Sicily, yeah.
Whose shotguns? Oh, the
shotgun,
other guys?
The guys called the scopeta. I don't know what it's called in Spanish and English. I think you know the name of that. It has the Italian name. It's usually used for hunting, but they use it for short range murders.
Italian double barrel shotgun.
It starts with an L. Ladia. Even he has a gun name. Fuck that.
Lupara.
The Lupara, yeah.
Lupara. There's and then all the Berettas, but Lupara. Anyway, so that's the
By the way,
wedding.
he's married like a 15-year-old, eh?
Yeah, she's 15 or 16. Super, super young. And they have a brief life together in Sicily. Very brief, like a week. Before she's killed by a car bomb that was meant for Michael. And this guy here, Fabrizio, is the one who betrays him.
Who really wants to go to America so bad. There's a scene
He's jealous of the American
where
connection.
the Marines are passing by. He goes, take me back.
Yeah.
Baby Ruth, look at it. Statue of Liberty. It's like when immigrants get allowed, in other countries.
Yeah.
Like, go to America.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian.
Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Matt Rife. MAGA. Mauricio, where are you going?
He just packed the car.
Notice he still has a big black guy, man. He broke his fucking face.
Is that, yeah, he broke his face. And the cop that he shot, he had punched him. So poor Apollonia wanted to show him she could drive now. I'm old enough, Daddy. And
she was the bomb, too. I don't know that they killed her.
Bomb. Meanwhile, back home, his brother Sonny is killed by another mafia family at a toll booth.
Right next to the place where they built at Palisade Park. Ding, ding, ding.
In Jersey?
Yeah.
That's where that is right there?
Yes, I looked it up.
New Jersey Turnpike?
No, I don't know.
Before anything was there on the Turnpike?
I don't know, but I drove by a place like that. That's like New Plains, right? Or what?
White Plains is in New York.
Yeah.
But I don't know where this is shot. I don't have that information. Isaac, you find out where the toll booth scene was shot in Godfather?
They shot him like 76 times, according to John Belushi when he plays the Godfather in SNL.
Jones Beach Causeway.
Okay, so it's upstate New York, Long Island. Yeah. Yeah, Long Island, Jones Beach Causeway. I've been to Jones Beach, but I never drove up there. I took the train all the time, which was a really nice trip up there.
Tommy guns.
I love when they shut the door. The guard shuts the door and lowers down, and then everybody comes up. I don't know why he got out of the car. It's like his body was propelled by the bullets to get out of the car, but he would have been killed anyway.
Back then, man, people would get really dressed up to go kill somebody.
That's true. All right, so Michael returns to the States and marries Kay, has a couple of kids, and because Sonny's now dead, Fredo is incompetent and Vito is on his deathbed. Michael now assumes the position of the head of the Corleone family.
Michael's Fredo's in Las Vegas though at this time, so he's not even there.
Right, he's not even there, but he wouldn't have been looked at anyway, and we'll show you why later. But Michael now assumes the position as head. Vito passes away. Marlon Brando. Michael becomes Connie's child's godfather, and during the baptism, he orders each head of the other four families to be killed on his behalf.
Yeah,
and one of the most beautiful scenes ever made.
Yeah, at the meeting of the five families, before Michael shows up and everybody's talking, Don Corleone realizes that it was Barzini all
Barzini,
along
yeah.
because the other guy, he said that he would never have the smarts to outwit Sonny Corleone.
Hmm.
So it was Barzini all along. Barzini was the one that heard about Carlo and Connie fighting,
Hmm.
and he found
And he
out
used that.
that Carlo wanted to move up in the world.
Hmm.
So he just said, just keep beating her ass.
Well, they used it as a distraction.
Yeah.
He beat her so bad that he knew she'd call
And
Sonny,
also,
and then they ambushed him. Yeah.
the Sonny, he's the one that caused everything to happen when he opened his big mouth
Yeah.
at that big meeting. When hey, there's a lot of money in that. They're gonna guarantee our money, and then the Don Corleone looks over and goes, "I spoil my kids. I have a sentimental heart. They speak when they should listen." And after the meeting's over, you could see the way, like, I don't know the name of the guy with the knife, the Greek guy, the heroin dealer, the one that the one they had the meeting before they murdered the Godfather. What's his name?
Before they murdered the Godfather, he had a
Yeah,
heart attack.
yeah, no,
Oh,
before
before
they
the
him,
assassination, that
right, his
guy.
this
Oh, I don't know.
the meeting.
Lettieri. I don't know his name. Salazzo.
So the
Pete
meeting was
Salazzo.
Salazzo. As soon as Mike, if you watch the movie, as soon as Sonny says, "Yeah, they're gonna guarantee our money," and then the dad looks at him and he shuts the hell up, and Salazzo could realize right there that Don Corleone doesn't really have control of his family
Yeah.
if they're gonna be opening their big mouth like that. So he knew right there, I could kill the Godfather and make the deal with Sonny if the Godfather doesn't make this deal with me.
Hmm.
So he knew right there, man, because the mafia is very treacherous.
Yes.
It's like
It's constant betrayal.
the Star Wars and
Yeah.
when you're part of the dark side, there's treachery in the dark side. There could only be one.
So let's go back to the baptism scene where he has all the families killed, the heads of the families killed, because he wants to shut down this whole war and take power, consolidate power. That's Barzini in there, right?
No,
No, who's that? He
that's
shoots.
some.
So here's Mo Green's killing one of the best shots in TV, in movies, right through the eyeball.
That's for him not looking straight.
That's for him not selling them the Vegas hotel. He
And for
wasn't. He
slapping
wasn't a family head.
and slapping Fredo in public.
Yeah, but the killing of Mo Green is it's a turning point. Not so much the family heads of the families, but as the baptism is going on, all this killing is going on too.
Green had to go because he was skimming off the top.
Oh, that
Once-
too, yes.
And that's Al Neri, ex-cop.
Yeah, he's an ex-cop and a gangster now. He's shooting in his old police uniform.
There could have been a whole movie based on him when he was a cop.
Yeah, there should be.
You know what's funny about this scene? My friend Armando Cosillo, he's the exterminator, like he's pest control.
But Rodrigo's boss.
Rodrigo's boss.
Yeah.
And one time when he was at a baptism, they were asking him, everything they're telling
You
Mike
renounce
Corleone,
Satan and
you renounce Satan.
Y-
And at the same day, he had Rodrigo and his brother out there exterminating 5 houses.
killing all the rats. So yeah, so they killed all the heads of the 5 families and Mo Green as well, or the 4 families. 'Cause they're the 5th. At the end of the film, we see at the end of this film, we finally see the capos entering the office as Michael's wife Kay is leaving. He just lied to her 3 times. I don't know if that's a parallel to like Peter. Is it Peter who lies to Jesus 3 times before the crow
Yeah.
makes the sound? Before the rooster crows. So anyway, he lies to her and says he didn't have Connie's husband killed, but he did. And he lies straight to her face. And it's over pretty much between them. Well, at least emotionally at that point. And that's the first time when they shut the door on her at the end of this scene. That's the first time they refer to him as Don Corleone. And all the capos, and he's now the head officially. And the guy kisses his hand, gives him the respect. That's not Clemenza, is it?
That's Clemenza,
It is Clemenza?
Alniri,
Okay.
and Rocco.
And Rocco. Rocco's a soldier, too.
Yeah.
Very loyal. Clemenza and Rocco are the most loyal members. Let's see. And so that's the end of Godfather, the first one. The second one picks up where part one left off, but now we're watching two different timelines of the same story. The film starts to go back and forth in time, which makes it difficult to keep track of what's going on. And there is another version of this that I remember when you mentioned it the other day, didn't realize that was a whole other version that was released. I remembered some of the scenes you were talking about as being in this film, like him killing his dad's assassins in Italy and all that stuff, or his dad's assassins in Italy, and all that stuff. That really happened in the extended version that you watched. It's called the Epic, Godfather Epic.
Godfather Epic. It starts off. They get all the clips from Godfather 2 and Godfather 1. They put them all as one long movie.
Chronological order.
Yeah. And they added scenes that were deleted from Godfather 1, and they put them in there to keep the story going.
Yeah. There's a lot of scenes. There's like a whole extra hour.
Like Wolf. What's the name of the director?
Waltz. Yeah.
The guy that gets his head cut off.
It gets a horse's head cut off.
Yeah, in the Epic saga, in the Godfather saga, they show him that he was a pedophile.
Yeah.
And
they don't really mention it that much. They just like make a comment.
They make a comment too, but in that Epic, they show this little 14-year-old girl at a birthday party at the studios. At the studios, they're celebrating happy birthday to her. Happy birthday. And then he meets Tom Hagen at the studios, and he goes, "Get out of here!" And then when he shows up to have dinner with Woods, when he's leaving, he looks up and he sees the mom and that little actress, and her dress is all ripped and her hair is all disheveled.
Yeah, okay.
And then the Godfather, another cutscene, the Godfather says, "Is it true with a younger little girl?" And he goes, "Yeah, it is true." So the Godfather said,
"So he doesn't give a shit.
I wish you could kill him, but this is not personal, it's business."
Yeah, that's the thing about Vito the whole time. He and Michael both very straight-laced when it comes to like the sexual side. Good. But I'm talking the sexual side in general. Vito doesn't like any, what would you call it?
Fooling around.
Any fooling around. He doesn't like cheating on your spouse. He doesn't like abusing your spouse. He doesn't like anything that's like pedophilia or homosexuality. Like he seems to just he's like right. He's like Hank Hill, basically. You know what I mean? He doesn't want
also very old school. Like
old school.
He knows that Carlos beating up Connie, but it got nothing to do with them no more because he belongs to her.
Right. He said goodbye he gave his daughter away, literally, you know. And now it's his problem. But Sonny doesn't agree with that. But the other thing, Michael's the same way, because when Michael and Kay get divorced, he still wears his wedding ring way into Godfather 3. And he doesn't, there's no mention of him dating or anything like that. So like they're both very like straight-laced guys when it comes to sex. So he didn't give a, I mean, I'm sure everybody doesn't care about pedophiles either, but he's just like extra like against that guy because of his pedophilia. What else? Okay, so we have two different timelines of the same story, and the films start going back and forth. One story in 1958 with Michael as the new Don of the Corleone family, trying to protect his family after his own attempted assassination at his home. They shot into his bedroom and almost killed him and his wife. Then you have the second story, which is interwoven. That's the story from the past, and shows his father, Vito Corleone, at the turn of the century, immigrating to the U.S. as a child, coming to Ellis Island alone. Here we go. you could jump forward a little bit, but just to there's the corrals here. Getting like a medical check, make sure they don't have diseases. And this is where the term WAP comes from for Italians, because they show up without papers.
I thought it stands for when you throw a pile of shit on a wall and it makes a whop noise.
No, it was because it was without papers. Are you serious?
I thought you throw a piece of shit against the wall and it goes whop.
Oh, maybe that's what somebody eventually made it into, but WAP was referred to as without papers.
Actually, I saw this movie called Danny Green, and that Irish gangster, he was pissing off the Italian guys.
Oh, this is a line from a movie? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, you can go forward to my favorite shot.
That's funny how Italians are called WAPs, and then they become Italian Americans.
321.
Or they become Italian Americans, and then later on, there's like there's a lot of Sicilians coming in, right? And then the Italian Americans start calling them zips.
Right there.
They call them zips.
What was zip for?
Because they talk really fast.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because they talk real fast, they call them zips.
Is he quarantined here? Is that why he has a little room? Okay. Is he sick, or they just don't know? They're just quarantining.
No, he's quarantined because he has tuberculosis.
Oh, tuberculosis. Is that why he talks like this? Is that supposed to be why he talks like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, his story goes all the way into his adult life and his entry into the crime world, starting his family on the Lower East Side of New York and then rising to the dawn of the neighborhood. The overall premise of this one is to show the rise of the Corleone family with Vito as the head in the past, from the past till now, and then the decline of the family. So you're seeing this.
I don't see a much of a decline.
It is. So the whole family's falling apart. They hate each other. They're not speaking to each other. He killed his brother in this one. It's all falling apart in Godfather II. Yeah.
He's trying to legitimize the family.
He is. He's trying to, but in the process, he's destroying the family. That's all right. We'll put it up. It won't stick. Speaking of falling apart, the set's falling apart. But
I don't think it's a decline of the family.
It is. Coppola said it himself, but it is the decline of the family. Look, because Sonny got killed.
Part 2, right? Godfather
yeah,
2.
We're talking about Part 2. Michael becomes the head. Sonny got killed as Michael has already assumed the position of the head.
Yeah.
But he's not officially the head yet. Sonny gets killed. Vito dies. He kills Fredo. Michael kills Fredo.
And all the 5 families.
And all the 5 families. But he's trying to legitimize the family business. That's his goal. But he's destroyed the family in the process. And that's Vito's most important thing in the world to him, is his family. His personal family, not the Mafia family. But you see that rise one way, and Vito working so hard to assume this position, and then Michael doesn't destroy it. It does end, though. Michael pretty much, his character is completely changed after his brother dies, though.
Yeah.
He is no longer he wants to get out of this even more.
After Sonny dies?
After he kills Fredo.
Oh, so we're talking about Godfather 3 now?
2. He kills Fredo in 2.
Yeah, but the movie doesn't start as the movie Godfather 2 doesn't start as a family destroyed already. It'll get destroyed at the end.
I didn't say it did. I said it in the end.
But it's not under a decline either, is what I'm saying.
How is it not a decline?
Because the movie is under a decline at the end, but in the beginning, they're at the the highest level.
Yeah.
They're talking to senators.
Yeah, I just said
Laughlin.
I just said the whole premise of Godfather 2 is the rise of Vito and the decline of Michael. That's the whole premise. I'm not saying that's where it starts.
Oh, okay.
It starts off with Michael as the head of the family now. And in Vito's story, it shows him as nobody coming into this role. And Clemenza, who's pretty much the beginning of, he gets him into all this, right? By handing him the guns through the window, right? And he hands him the guns to hold on to. And then that really pulls Vito into the life. Hold on a second. Don't play this yet, though.
I got a carpet for you. You want a rug?
So he starts while he's an immigrant too. In the beginning years in New York, he starts his this olive oil business, which becomes the legitimate front for his crime business. But during those early years, he's just doing odd jobs and anything he can to support his family. Robert De Niro, Vito, but
he's working at the grocery store with
Yeah.
an old friend from Sicily.
yeah, and then he starts taking on some crime jobs here and there to make some extra money. And at the same time, his influence in the community, because he's just this soft-spoken but very smart guy who eventually starts using violence to threaten people, all the other immigrants after him start looking up to him for protection and favors.
He killed that guy first, though.
Which one? Yeah, Fanucci.
Fanucci.
He kills Fanucci. That's the beginning of his...
The Fanucci is part of the original Mafia,
Yeah.
which is called the Black Hand.
Yeah.
Which they would just leave a stamp on a black hand in your business, and somehow you knew that you had to pay.
He was taxing everybody, so he's his first enemy in the game that he wasn't even really officially in yet. But he's hustling with those other two guys, and then he wants some tax money. So then he
wants to wet his beak.
Yeah,
he says.
he wants to wet his beak. So here's Clemenza, Bruno Kirby, young Clemenza.
Sogno Clemenza, ce l'hai ancora le cose? Tu vedi speso cucire arancia?
He's talking about the guns he handed him the night before.
Tutte le cose tue a me non mi interessa. C'è un amico che aveva un tappeto buono.
A friend of mine has a carpet, a rug I want to give to you.
Certo, ma in Africa abbiamo soldi per cattare il tappeto.
No, Guido la va a regalare. Usaccio come a ringraziare.
Yeah, sure. Ci piace se mi muovi.
So anyway, Clemenza's, that's the beginning of his loyalty. Clemenza was loyal to the end. So we talk about betrayal. Oh yes. So what you were talking about. So here, Michael, the U.S. then started in the 50s, started investigating. In the 50s and 60s, started interrogating organized crime, supposed organized crime members. And so Michael appears before the Senate for a lot of questioning about his own businesses and his associates and that sort of thing. These trials and Frank Pentangeli,
They got me waiting in the lobby.
those hearings, by the way, Frank is supposed to testify against Michael, but then is coerced not to testify against him. But those hearings are based on, what's his name? Joseph Valachi federal hearings in real life.
Valachi,
Yeah.
the Valachi papers.
And
Some
he
movie with
was...
Charles Bronson.
And he was in the Genovese family, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. He was a foot soldier for the Genovese family and a made man who became the first member of the Italian-American Mafia to publicly acknowledge the existence of the Mafia on the witness stand there, and is credited with popularizing the term Cosa Nostra.
Yeah.
It had never been used before in public terminology. He also exposed the hierarchy of the American Mafia, the five families, and the commission, which is the governing body. Did they talk much about the commission in The Godfather? Okay.
No.
So they're like the overall
They just mentioned the five families.
policing organization above the five families. But can you explain to me? So Michael's been testifying, giving his testimony, and then they're supposed to bring in Frank, this old mobster who's in witness protection right now.
They got me waiting in the lobby.
why is he intimidated when they bring in his brother into the court? Because he doesn't say a word, and then Frank shuts up. Frank decides not to, and then he's like, "What are you talking about? I didn't say
Man.
I was going to testify against.
I know
I
that-
don't know anybody
I know
who's
how that-
involved in mafia."
I know how that Frank guy felt to be like a big time. He's the captain of his own crew, but he has to
Under
answer.
the Corleone family, right?
Yeah, he's the captain of his own crew, but he has to answer to Michael. Just the way Paulie in Goodfellas, he was the captain of the whole crew, but he had to answer to Lucchesi. But and I know his frustrations are like, they got me waiting in the lobby.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to Michael. Other people who are not members are going to speak with before me, right? So I'm at the Laugh Factory, man. I already have 2 TV credits, but I'm trying to be a regular at the Laugh Factory because I normally perform on Latino night. But I want to perform Wednesday through Sunday at every night, especially Friday and Saturday. So, but you're gonna still go through the process of being seen by James Masada. So
The owner.
I already had went up, right? I'm just waiting to speak to Jamie now, and had a great set. I already had 2 TV credits, and all my friends are coming in, and they have regular spots that night after our shitty show, and so there are Alonzo Bowden, Johnny Sanchez, Dane Cook, and I don't know Dane Cook that well, but Johnny Sanchez and Darren Carter. But Johnny Sanchez walks up to me, Felipe, what are you doing right now, bro? What are you doing here? Jamie got me waiting in the lobby. I got 2 fucking TV credits, and he still want me to fucking do 3 minutes in front of him. Anyways, so in this scene right here,
So in the hearings.
the hearings, that dude's gonna spill the beans, man. Panjangeline about everything about Michael. But man, they go to Sicily somehow, and they find his fucking brother on a donkey, and they bring him to
the Senate hearings.
to the Senate hearing to let Panjangeline know that you made an oath, motherfucker.
Yeah, he sees him walk in during the break, right?
Yeah.
And so when it's his turn to get up, but what does that mean though?
It means that
What's the brother have to do with
the brother is a made guy in
Sicily?
Right? He's a made guy in Sicily. He probably the captain of his own crew over there. But he was grabbed by the Corleone family to see look what your brother's doing here in America. How it's gonna look bad on you when you go back.
Oh, I
to
see.
you. He goes, you're a family of rats, and we're gonna bring you here to remind your brother that he made an oath, and to remind your brother why everybody in the mafia is 100% Italian. Because we could trace your blood back to the old country and get your fucking family.
So we
if you
can
fuck
fuck
around.
with your family.
Yeah.
We know your roots all the way back there. Okay. So he's saying if he went and got this guy, he said he doesn't speak any English, right?
Yeah, he doesn't speak no English.
Yeah.
And then to tell him that hey, we might not get to you because you're hiding behind the feds, but we brought your brother out from Sicily. You don't think we could find your fucking wife, your fucking brother, your fucking kids?
Even though he was in witness protection, they didn't find him for a while, but because they were wondering where he was.
But it was all a psychological move.
Yeah.
Because then Tom Hagen over there goes after he sees his brother. Tom Hagen's is over there giving him the Romans speech. Yeah, man. Back in the days, man, when a guy was in a corner, he would just grab a knife and slit his throat. But then Pangeline goes, yeah, but the family was taken care of,
Yeah, he's making the deal right there. He's negotiating right there.
But it's like 2 inmates talking,
Yeah.
so the guard won't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But he pretty much saying, you're gonna have to take yourself out,
Because he says, you take yourself out. He says,
or
maybe
we're gonna take your whole family out.
he said, maybe I'll go in. Maybe somebody would go into the bathroom, and open up his veins in the bathtub, and then it'll all be over. Nobody's the wiser, And then so basically, he's telling him to take himself out, and he ends up killing himself.
How about when
in the bathtub in witness protection?
How about when they asked him, the feds, they asked him, and he's beat up. He goes, "My life ain't even worth 2 cents anymore."
Yeah, he realizes he's done.
How about that the FBI agent that's with him, man? Is that guy the same age in every movie?
Oh, Harry Dean Stanton,
Yeah.
always the same age. Since I was a kid, he's been looking like 60 and haggard. Who did he date that we've talked about on the What's Up Full podcast that
He
shocked the
dated
hell out of me?
the lady from The Hand That Rocked the Cradle.
Oh, Rebecca De Mornay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy she dated him.
And Wally
He was
George
like her grandpa.
was losing his mind.
All right,
Daddy
let's
issues.
speed through this. So Michael is at this point, after the Senate hearings and stuff, he's looking to expand the family business and further legitimize it by investing in casinos in Cuba, as well as in Las Vegas. Did you know all the Cuban scenes were shot in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic?
Well, I kind of knew they were not shot in Cuba, but not
Well, I mean, yeah, it's difficult, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Dominican Republic. But during these business ventures, there's more betrayal from Hyman Roth, the Jewish mobster who's based on Meyer Lansky, like we mentioned, who's heavily involved in the casino business in Vegas and Cuba. And this is before the revolution in Cuba, the communist revolution, and pretends to be collaborating with Michael while also planning to take him down. And that's all revenge for Mo Green's killing, because Mo Green was his friend, and he took in Mo Green, right, when he was younger.
Yeah.
And so he's really hurt by that, but he's just pretending he's fine with all this, kind of a long con against Michael, and he's been trying to kill him. He was the one who shot through his bed, he had his people shoot through his bedroom, right? Hyman Roth is like just this perpetually dying old man now in Miami, who goes to Miami and Cuba back and forth. And he's not a threat himself. He's played by Lee Strasberg, who is one of the most famous acting coaches ever known, right?
Yeah.
And he's just dying and
Died from the same heart attack.
same heart attack for 20 years, and he never dies. But he's running things. He's still the man. I don't know. I'm surprised nobody tried to take Hyman Roth down from in his own family, right? No, did anybody?
Hyman Roth never had a family. That's how smart he was.
Oh, okay.
That no one could take him down.
Interesting.
He just made so many people so much money.
Yeah.
That he was protected by the Corleones, and he was protected by the
Because they had other interests, so
the Rosado brother.
Okay.
The Rosado brotherhood of New York
Mm-hmm.
were just a crew that was just a Rosado crew, and but they worked mainly with Hyman Roth, but they were independents.
Yeah, so he's also betrayed by his brother in this, Fredo, who made a mistake in being too friendly with Hyman Roth and his associates and tried to be the man and take control of his own business dealings, since the Corleones never gave him any responsibility. So his own stupidity and cockiness is what ends up getting him killed.
And Fredo respect and is that how you say it? In his
defense?
In Godfather II, there's a scene where Freddie Corleone is a baby and he's really, really sick.
Yeah.
And Michael Corleone is just punching himself. That's great. And little Sonny Corleone is playing somewhere, but they put an egg over him and they're praying over him. And I think he wasn't that sickness he had was a sickness that a lot of kids had back then. And he ended up not having he had like an earache forever.
Yeah, I think I thought he had croup, but it might be more like tuberculosis or something. I don't know if he had tuberculosis, but croup is just, I don't know. But he's got,
or like Mexican people, era cólico.
Cólico. No, it was more than colic. It was more than that. It was more like,
but it made him slow.
Yeah, I think it deprived him of some oxygen or something like that. But he was when he's a baby. But anyway, so he's the weakest. He's not that smart, although he thinks he's the man at this point, especially when he gets to be in Vegas by himself. He's the only Corleone out there. Of course, they're going to think you're the man. But anyways, you can play the clip of the daiquiri. This is the start of...
Not easy. Now, Mama used to tease me. She'd say, you don't belong to me. You were left on the doorstep by gypsies. Sometimes I think it's true. I'm a gypsy.
First of all, Gypsy wouldn't leave a sick kid behind him.
So he's trying to confess
Well,
here.
that's what he said. I was mad at you.
And I think he kind of knows Michael. I think he kind of knows Michael knows. Because he
Also,
already kissed him.
Also, Michael.
And said, "I know it was
Also,
you."
Sonny was passed on by his father,
Yeah. You mean Fredo?
Fredo. Yeah.
Yeah, his father passed him over.
Uno banana daiquiri.
Uno banana daiquiri.
Club soda. Some of the gear is flying in from Washington.
So he's getting info from him. But at this point, he knows Michael. He knows Fredo has betrayed him. He already kissed him, right?
No.
No, that's after this. Okay.
This is when Fredo showed up with the $2 million to make
Oh,
that
right,
deal
right,
with Hyman Roth.
Right.
It's in that suitcase.
So he's got the money in the suitcase to give to Hyman Roth for the casino in Cuba. This is before the upset, but he sees the political turmoil going on and he gets nervous about it, and doesn't really make the deal. You can fast forward through here. I don't know if there's. I don't think the other Cuba scene is here. No. Okay. So then, here's a deeper clip of Fredo getting mad at Michael. More of a confrontation here. This is after the Cuba scene, where he lets it slip that he does know Hyman Roth, and he does know. He doesn't come out and say it. He just stupidly says. He takes him to some like sex show in Cuba, where everybody's watching in a big audience, and he's like, Hyman, old man Roth would never come to a place like this. Johnny Ola took me here, or showed me the ropes, or whatever, showed him around town. And he had just told Michael, like, I don't know, weeks before, that he didn't know who those were. Not weeks before, it was like a couple of days before, that he didn't know those guys. So he admits, without admitting. And then here they're having a confrontation.
And by the way, that sexual was the actual real sexual. The one they're watching in Cuba was the guy Superman with the big penis, and he's having sex with women on stage. It was an actual sex show in Cuba. I read about it in another book by T.S. Eliot.
T.S. Eliot?
No, somebody else. It was called Havana Nights.
Oh, Havana Nights. Maybe T.S. Eliot wrote that. I don't know. Was it T.S. Eliot?
No, somebody else.
I don't know.
Some guy who wrote another book called some other book. He wrote a book called Paddywhack.
Oh,
the book is called Havana
Yeah.
Nocturne. By T.J. English.
T.J. English. Okay, that guy. Patty Whacked. Did you read the Patty Whacked book?
Yeah, I read Paddywhack and I read Havana Nocturne. No.
We have had a Havana Nocturne at the house, don't we? Or we did.
We do.
Okay, so so this is Fredo basically explaining why he did what he did here.
You're my kid brother, and you take care of me? Did you ever think about that? Did you ever once think about that?
That's the way Dad wanted it.
Send Fredo off to do this, send Fredo off to do that. Let Fredo take care of some Mickey Mouse nightclub somewhere. Send Fredo to pick somebody up at the airport. I'm your older brother, Mike, and I was stepped over. It ain't the way I wanted it.
But you dropped that stupid gun, idiot.
I know.
You don't think about that?
We saw you. You got your father almost killed.
Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
Okay.
Oh my God. How can you gotta respect, man, that one scene in Godfather where everybody's dancing and his wife is making out with somebody in the dance hall. And then
and calls him a dago or something, right?
A wop.
A wop.
Marry a wop. And your wife would never go. Anyways. So then he goes over there and asks him. They start fighting right there, right? And then he sends Rocco over there. That's the most embarrassing thing.
Michael says, if you can't handle it, then I need to.
Yeah, Michael sends Rocco over there, which is very embarrassing too, to do that. His little brother sent the big bodyguard to talk to Fredo in front of that lady.
About his own wife.
So Michael said, if you can't handle this, I got to do it. And then he shouts on the show, go ahead, Rocco, do it. And
he says, I think you better.
Yeah,
like he knows he can't handle his wife. And he says to Michael in another scene, I can't handle her.
When they're sitting down together, he goes, I'm sorry, Michael. I should have married somebody like, what's her name?
Okay.
You don't have to apologize to me ever.
Yeah.
You're my brother. I love you.
Yeah. But here, okay, so jump to 141 on that same clip and then play there.
I want respect.
This is my favorite part here. Because Fredo just admitted that it
Oh.
was him.
Could you pause it? What I was gonna say was that one time we were at a comedy show, right? And there was a comedian. He was arguing with his girlfriend backstage in the green room, and it got loud. And the host made a face to me, and I went in there and I looked at the comedian, his lady. Listen, bro, Michael just told me that if you can't handle your girlfriend here in the green room, I'm gonna have to do it. And everybody fucking laughed, and they went outside to fight more.
Oh, that's funny.
Sorry, go ahead. And if you were there, say I wasn't.
Go ahead. He just said
Know you or what you do?
he's disowning his brother.
I don't want to see you at the hotels. I don't want you near my house. When you see our mother, I want to know a day in advance so I won't be there.
Wasn't that your same speech to your brothers?
Hell yeah, bro! I hope they're watching this. So
And also at the
how
end,
are they gonna? How are Freddie gonna survive though?
I don't
With
know.
no money, no nothing.
I have no idea.
I would wonder how.
Because he looks bad when he comes to the funeral, the mom's funeral. Like, he doesn't even know how he's going to survive. What I would think is he'd probably go to another crime family, right? Like, that's the only option for him. He has no skills, nothing. Somebody would take him in, but he would have to. Michael knows too, because Michael knows he's got to get rid of him. Because of that, I think that's his only option is to go betray the family even more and go work for somebody else.
Only choice is to kill him.
Yeah.
To put fear in all the other bodyguards and everybody
Yeah.
around him. To know that, listen, motherfucker, I'll kill my own brother.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna kill your ass.
So he decides right there, you're nothing to me now. And then after that scene, when Fredo walks out, he tells his guy, I think it's Rocco, right? Or Clemenza, it's one of them. But he says, nobody touches him nobody touches him while my mother's still alive. So he doesn't want his mother to grieve her son's death. So he holds off.
That's hard. That's a hard scene when he killed his brother, just like in American Me when Big Puppet is killing Little Puppet.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
And he goes, don't look at me.
Except he doesn't do it but with his own hands. He has somebody else
Yeah.
kill him. But he watches it. He watches it from the window. And
You gotta watch it.
But he tells his own brother. That's so funny though, because he tells his guys, nobody touches him while my mother is still alive. And it reminded me of when you said, I'm just gonna wait till my mother passes away, and then I'm gonna punch both my brothers at the funeral or something like that. So I really was waiting for a punch to happen that day.
I know, man. People would have thanked me too, bro. Thank you, bro. I fucking couldn't handle that Beatles song one more minute.
Your brother who sang at the funeral. Okay, inside joke. But yeah, he has his brother killed, and that's pretty much, like I said, the death of Michael. This second part of the Godfather Part II was supposed to be called The Death of Michael Corleone. And it is because of that, because everything, it's the downfall of him. Not him as a man, I guess, him as a human in his eyes. So then we go to Godfather III, which is filmed 16 years after Godfather II was released. And in the storyline, Godfather III takes place 20 years after the end of Godfather II. We see Michael all old now with his own grown children, a fully legitimized business. They have no crime going on, I guess. And he's a billionaire now, I guess, right? And he's like trying to get right with God, supposedly. But he just can't quit the life of crime. And you could play this scene here.
We can't be doing this alone. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
And then Sonny Corleone's illegitimate son, Vincent Corleone, is introduced, played by Andy Garcia.
Bastard son.
Who's just bastard son, illegitimate bastard, same thing. Who's just as hot-headed as his dad. And Michael has diabetes, and I've never seen somebody with a diabetes attack who acts like this, but okay. This is the worst one for me overall. I mean, for a lot of people, but Pacino's not Pacino anymore. He's this old man who was in The Scent of a Woman.
My dad had an attack like that, but it was not diabetes. We put hot sauce in his mouth. See, if you're diabetic watching this, you're looking at, you're saying to yourself, look at this guy stolen valor, bro.
It is stolen valor. What is this? It's too much, man. It's crazy.
Somebody give me a cannoli right now. I'm dying.
I'm dying. I need a cannoli. Sofia Coppola plays Michael's 18-year-old daughter who's infatuated
By
with
the
her
way,
cousin.
she's not 18.
How old is she?
She's 16.
16.
Because
in
I
the
haven't
movie?
seen you since I was 8 years old.
Oh, but it's supposed to be 20 years after the.
No, but this scene, right? But when she's talking to Vincent, she said, "I haven't seen you since I was 8 years old." She's 8 years old from now. She's 16, and that fool's 23 because last time I saw her, you were 15. I was 8, and it's 8 years later. So she's 23. She's 16.
Oh, okay. She's 16. Okay.
There's a lot of math yesterday.
Okay. So Sophia's character, Mary, right? Is her name? She's horrible. She's a horrible actor. But
she all her lines, it's like she's saying them through a straw.
it's like she's saying it like a Valley girl, and her everything she says is like
She's from
this.
Long Island.
And then she's from Los Angeles. Well, I mean, the character's from Long Island, I guess, but she's from L.A. But she always has this face like she smelled a fart throughout the whole movie. Like she's like I guess it's supposed to be the attitude of a teenager. Winona Ryder was supposed to play her, by the way.
There's no chemistry between her and her mom, huh? Her real mom?
No. I forgot they were mother and daughter. I was like, wait, Kay is her mom, right? What? But anyway, so she is infatuated with her cousin, played by Andy Garcia, and nobody seems to have a problem with it for some reason. Even Kay is like, oh, looks like Mary's in love. And it's like, yeah, with her cousin. Her first cousin,
Her
gross.
first cousin.
Like, that's not, it can't happen. But here they are in an erotic scene making gnocchi with incesto sauce.
Nobody
I
washed their
guess.
hands, by the way.
Nobody washed.
Nobody wearing
You
gloves.
stepped on my incesto sauce.
What?
You stepped on my joke.
No, they,
I said they're making gnocchi with incesto sauce. Here.
that's hilarious. Lisa said that during when we were watching the movie. Look, they're using incesto sauce.
Then you told me to say it, and I said it here, and then you step on
I
it.
know you were going to say it right away.
Anyway, they're making out with the gnocchi.
Why is she dressed like Michael Jackson?
It's the 80s.
She a
Well,
general?
actually, it's supposed to be the late 70s, right? Into the early 80s. Is she a janitor, you said? Yeah, hold me. I need to be loved by a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
All right, you can stop it. Actually, pause it because
Oh, you know what's
we're
crazy?
going to play later in 10 minutes in for this. Go ahead.
I wonder if Michael's seeing his relationship with Apollonia because they were both about the same age.
But yeah, but he wasn't her cousin.
That's right.
What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Winona Ryder was supposed to play Sofia Coppola's character.
Oh, my God. She should have.
Because I guess Winona had stopped acting at that point.
She started shoplifting.
I don't know if it was during. I was wondering, and I didn't have time to look up to whether it was during the shoplifting period of her life. But Winona Ryder turned it down because she wasn't acting at the time, and she claimed exhaustion. You know, one of those exhaustion, whatever exhaustion is. But
it was a deal she could refuse, probably.
probably could refuse. Did I tell you Clemenza didn't? Okay, I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Well,
But anyway, she was supposed to play her. But let's play Sophia being shot accidentally when the bullet was meant for Michael. This is one of the final scenes, right? Or is it the final scene? One of the final scenes of Godfather 3. And the point where everybody erupted in laughter in the theater. I saw this in the theater. They just left the opera, the whole family. Dad? Hey, Dad. She's so bad. Even one word, she's so bad.
No,
It's
know
the
that
people from the opera, I guess. Are they in Italy, by the way?
Dad,
Here? They're in Italy.
why are you doing this to me?
Why are you doing this to me?
Why are you don't have to do this to me, please.
Director's daughter right there. She's a great director herself now, but I'm glad she's never acted again. She did Virgin Suicides. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I thought her husband did it. Her husband at the time, Spike Jonze, was an amazing director himself. Uh-oh. She got the bullet. Wait, turn it up.
Dad,
Aww. Dad? And then she falls over.
and hoo-ha begins.
And then hoo-ha, yeah, takes over.
Shout out to John Savage over there.
Pacino's in full hoo-ha mode in this.
Wow, that's funny.
No, my 16-year-old girlfriend. Cousin.
Look at she got her revenge for Carlo finally.
They keep pulling me back in again. Anyway. So, how does God... Okay, here's my question. I watched this till the end, and I cannot remember how it ends. Is this the end?
No, it ends with
No.
Michael Corleone staying on a chair and then falling over and dying.
But what happens
Yeah.
between this and that? How much time? Nothing left after that?
I don't know what.
I don't remember how much
just
time
goes
passes.
blank, and then they show Michael in a chair,
Oh, okay.
all old.
All old. Okay. So a couple little...
Diabetic attack.
Oh, yeah.
Reaching for a Snicker bar.
A couple little tidbits. Brando didn't want to return. He was going to be in that little flashback. Oh, it ends with the flashback birthday scene. Yeah, but he has a flashback. Is that at the end of Godfather 2?
Godfather 2.
Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Brando was
Here we
supposed
are there,
to.
look.
Oh, okay.
Don Riccio. Why did he just go back? I don't get how he just goes back to being like old style. His clothes. Like he don't want to die in an Armani suit.
Is he in the garden like his grandfather or like his dad was?
He's in Sicily.
He's in Sicily in front of the home where his mom, the grandmother, was shot.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I didn't notice that. I think I tuned out after Sophia died, and then. So a couple things. Brando didn't return because of money issue, and also he had become very, very fat by that point.
Little doggy.
He had become very, very fat by that point and couldn't lose the weight. But they wanted him in a few they wanted him in a few flashback scenes. But Clemenza didn't return because they wanted him to put on more weight, and he didn't want to do that. And then also he wanted control. He wanted to write his own dialogue, and he wanted more money than they wanted to offer.
He got paid more money than everyone for Godfather 1.
Mm-hmm.
He was the highest paid actor in that movie.
Yeah. So he wanted to write his own dialogue in 3, and they wouldn't. So they basically gave.
Sinatra was complaining about this movie too.
Yeah, tell me what happened with Sinatra and Coppola.
No, he will complain about this movie too.
I know, but there was a
made.
Sinatra Coppola thing where Coppola was sitting at was it Coppola? I think it was Coppola sitting at the table at dinner, and Sinatra was in the same restaurant. And then it was after the Johnny Fontaine and the horse's head and all that stuff, because they allude that there was always a rumor that Sinatra was propelled in his career by mafia connections.
Yeah, because he was stuck in that Dorsey, that band was Tommy Dorsey.
Yeah, and he couldn't get out of the contract.
Couldn't get out of the contract.
Yeah, so they helped him get out of the contract so he could make movies.
Then he made From Here to Eternity, played an Italian Navy officer.
So Johnny Fontaine is a character that comes in all the movies, actually, and he's related to them, right? Like cousin or something. And they helped him. He's at the wedding scene, and they help him move forward in his career by they threatened the guy to get him out of the contract, that pedophile that we talked about earlier. But so yeah, he didn't. Clemenza didn't return. And who was? Oh, and then the Winona Ryder, which I already mentioned. So, anything else you wanted to add to the thing? We made it in an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 25 minutes. By the way,
I try to remember that scene in Godfather 3.
which one?
That movie's long, huh? Godfather 3?
That's longer than it needs to be. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, George Hamilton. I don't get that.
Oh, George Hamilton. I totally forget. I forgot
The
then,
lawyer.
and I just now forgot also that he's in it. He's very
And Bridget
unforgettable.
Fonda.
Bridget Fonda. She's some journalist. Oh, that's right, because she's with Andy Garcia for a little while. Yeah, it's a good trilogy. I would say you don't even need to see 3. Honestly, 3 is very different. And 1 and 2 is enough together. And we would suggest, if you can find, it's hard to find, but find the epic version or the saga version, which was the made-for-TV. It was the clean version,
Yeah.
but also has more deleted scenes and the same sort of chronological order. It's called Saga for the TV version, and then Epic for the uncensored version, which I ordered on eBay, and it should get here this week, and we'll watch it all chronologically again. Because it's a good movie. It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's an immigrant story. Yeah. Did you want to play one quick game? I think maybe we can get away with it for 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Is there a Godfather video game? You know what killed me in
Tell
Godfather 3?
each plot description. Go ahead.
When the son belted out that Godfather song on the guitar with lyrics.
Oh, yeah. In Italian, yeah.
You killed my brother, not my sister, and my...
I don't think those
You
are the
killed my
lyrics.
brother, you killed my father, now I'm the Corleone. You killed your sister.
My sister Mary loves her cousin.
We named the olive oil of my guy who looks like Johnny Roque. Sagarich.
Sagadich. Okay, so I'm going to name a little game here. I'm going to give a plot description, a very generic plot description, and you tell me what the movie is. What? Want to say something?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
So, take a deep breath.
Okay. Woman travels to a new land and kills the first person she meets. She leaves with 3 strangers to kill again. It's a kid's movie.
Say it again.
Woman travels to a new land and kills the first person she meets. Leaves with 3 strangers to kill again.
I don't know.
Can you show it? Reveal it?
If you please, I am Dorothy.
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, wow.
So those are the kind of descriptions I'm going to give you. Okay, the next one. An old woman tells a bunch of scientists about the time she shagged a homeless guy on a boat.
Oh, the Titanic.
Titanic, yes.
Oh.
Oh. I have never seen the Titanic. I've seen enough clips, and I know what happens. I know the ending. I've seen way enough clips to know what happens. But I don't have a desire to watch. What is it? 3 hours and
4
plus 320, something like that. So I'm like, I got it. After all these years, I get it. Okay. Next one. A man seeks revenge against those who killed his dog.
John Wick.
Yes, John Wick. Very good. Hey, I didn't know Dean Winter was in this.
You know that John Wick would have never been made if, what's her name?
You like that, huh?
Sofia, not Sofia Vergara, the lady from
Excuse me. How much for the car?
Desperate Housewives, the Latina lady.
Eva Longoria?
Eva Longoria. They needed money to make it. She put in $6 million.
Into John Wick?
John Wick.
Damn. She must be sitting fat on then from
quietly.
all the... Damn.
'Cause they needed nothing, and she believed in the project from the day one. And
wow,
Keanu Reeves told her about it, and then she goes, "You just sign a check. Here it is." And she's quietly didn't even put her name on it or nothing.
Yeah, still working and doing Revlon commercials or whatever.
Yeah.
She didn't acting
I
like
read
she didn't have any money.
TikTok.
She's still got GoFundMe's out there. All right, new one. Next one. Husband watches his wife die, and his only son become disabled after a brutal attack right on his front lawn. Years later, his son is then kidnapped. Father travels many miles in search of his son with help of strangers he meets along the way.
Terminator.
Cartoon.
Say it again. It's a cartoon.
Husband watches his wife die and his only son become disabled after a brutal attack on his front lawn. Years later, his son is then kidnapped. So the father travels many miles in search of his son with help from strangers he meets along the way. It's a cartoon. And they're not people.
Oh, it's Finding Nemo.
Yeah, Finding Nemo. Very good. I love the sharks. The sharks are my favorite. That British guy.
Jellyfish. I like the jellyfish.
Oh yeah, I like the jellyfish. I like the tortoises too. The swimming turtles, the sea
I
turtles.
wonder Will Smith said, "Do my ears gotta be that big?"
Will Smith's not in that one.
Okay.
He's in what's the one he's in, Isaac? Shark
Shark
Tales.
Tale.
Yes.
Skittish. All right.
Which is like car wash, basically.
Nope.
Oh, we should do an episode on car wash. Anyway, next one. Uncle kills brother and tries to kill nephew. Uncle's goons kill the uncle.
Lion King.
Another movie I have never seen. I don't see the big ones.
I almost said Black Panther, but the uncle, they did kill the uncle.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
We're all connected.
All the animals, half of the animals are extinct already and shit. Like black rhinoceros.
All right. The next one, last one. A monk recruits a teenager to commit an act of terrorism, and he ends up destroying a space station.
You are not. I am your father. Star Wars.
Star Wars. Episode 1, which... Or sorry, it's not episode 1. It's 4, A New Beginning, right? Which to us is 1. It's the only one. And then Empire Strikes Back. And then Return of the Jedi. And it ends there for me. That's where I get off the boat. That's it.
Wow. That's true.
That is it. I can't believe we got through The Godfather in an hour and a half. All of The Godfathers. Did you think we were going to make it, guys? No, huh? I watched the clock, too. At 12, I was thinking no. All right, we are done. Bye.
Bye.
Anything else to add? No? No.
Madonna. Nobody puts their tongue on 9-volt batteries no more, huh?